Welcome back to the Kawicki Driver Development Program YouTube channel. I'm Casey Campbell. Thanks for tuning in, and we are pleased to be joined by this week's past winner at Golden Sands. That, of course, is Levon Geest. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
All right. So, what a start to the season so far, and not just like you got to win in the third race of the season. I think you last year you had to wait until all the way till June, if I'm not mistaken, June or July, to get your first and only win of 2023, and we're here in 2024. We're three races in. You already got to win.
Yeah, I mean, I when I tell you it was a relief, that's an understatement. And all the work that we did over the winter, I mean, if you look at it, if you look at how we started out the season last year, crashed out of the first race at Slinger. We had a good showing at the Joe Shear, but then we ended up DNFing again at Slinger, and that was only 3 races in last year. And then this year we come out of the gate with 2 really good runs in the ASA races, a Midwest Tour track record at Slinger, and then to win the third race of the year at Plover. It's just we're leaps and bounds ahead of where we were at this point last year, and it just feels great. It's all the hard work paying off.
I know you have explained this many times to people on, during different things that you've done, and even on this channel. But kind of remind the audience what this past off season was like for you, because it was a lot of changes with your with Vandergeest Racing.
Yeah, I can't say it was a rebuild because we had stuff to work off of, but it was an off season of just really making sure our foundation was solid. We went through our race cars and we replaced every bolt in all of the suspension components, every bolt in the rear end, went through and replaced all the A arms, all the spindles, all the ball joints. We did a lot of stuff just to ensure that we weren't going to have a season like last year. And we worked on our setups too. We went over to Toby's shop and we went through the cars and learned some stuff. We upgraded our shock program. We got a shock dyno now. So yeah, just all kinds of stuff to strengthen our foundation so that we have something to go off of when the season gets rolling like it has been.
Yeah. I mean, just to have the year that you're having right now, I know we're only three races in, but what has this uh what has this been like since the racing season started? I mean, you know, finishing inside the top 10 all three races. That's got to be pretty good.
Yeah, with the level of competition, we've been right there with the best of them. I think we've had really fast cars at all 3 races so far. Obviously, it showed at Plover, but like the run that we had at Madison, we finished ninth, but it really doesn't show how good of a car we really had. I mean, I think that thing was good enough to put me in the top 3 if everything would have went in the right direction, but yeah, it's just been a big difference. It's been really fast race cars, and now it's just up to just waiting for everything to fall in line, and I think the wins will start rolling in. It's a really exciting feeling. I can't explain that enough.
Yeah. Okay, so I know you've been partnering with, different organizations every single week. What was this week's past thing that you partnered with? I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's something to do with your hometown.
Yeah, we've worked with 3 different organizations so far. Haven, which is a home for domestic abuse victims,
Mhm.
and we're working with the County Humane Society now coming into the next race. We're lined up to work with the Honor Flight at Jefferson. Um, just Jesse's Wish we worked with at Madison, which is help local cancer patients and their families. It's been amazing. The Friends of Council Grounds State Park, we've raised I think just shy of $3,000 over the course of the first 3 races, which is exceptional because we have 19. I know I think 20 more organizations lined up to work with throughout the year. So I mean, if you average it out, we're projected to raise over $20,000 to help the Merrill area community throughout the year. And that just feels great that I can use my platform as a race car driver to make a difference around me. And I also love the fact that I can do that to help support the program in Alan Kowicki's legacy. He was he was an exceptional person, and I hope that all the attention that we're getting from all these charities and fundraisers, I can use to help spread Alan's word and spread his legacy. And I think that's another really important part of it.
Yeah. I know you were, yeah, I know you've done a lot of things last year, partnering with all these different organizations. Let's talk about what this coming race weekend at Slinger. What's that going to be? Who are you working with this week?
We're working with the Lincoln County Humane Society, so all the money will go to them, and it's a no-kill animal shelter. So it just directly benefits animals, and that's close to my heart because I grew up on a farm, raising cattle and raising pigs, and we have 2 dogs that we love. So I mean, that one really hits close to home. So I'm looking forward. We actually are projected to raise over $1,000 for them too. So that's it's been amazing. I love handing the checks over to those organizations. You see that it really does make a big difference with a lot of those.
Yeah. Um, Also, you talked about the organization you're going to partner with for Jefferson as well. Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, that's the Never Forgotten Honor Flight. They take veterans to go see memorials. They fly them over. Really great organization, and that one also hits close to home. My grandpa on my dad's side was a World War II veteran, so he actually went on the honor flight. So that's a really special one for me, and it's also on Memorial Day on the Salute the Troops 100 race. So I think that one's really going to take off. I'm excited to see how much we raise for that, and it's just a great organization. I love seeing what they do for veterans.
To have the momentum that you guys are having right now, what is it? What is these next few weeks going to be like? Of course, weekly show at Slinger this week, to help prepare for the that big race in July. I think the Slinger Nationals.
Yeah.
And then of course you got a couple Midwest Tour races, and then of course you're gonna be doing that red, white, and blue series.
Yeah, the momentum is amazing. We didn't have that at this point last year. We were trying to find it. So to have it, now it's like we got to keep it going. We got to keep chasing those wins. We had a really good car at Slinger. We set the Midwest Tour track record there in the first race. So we just got to go back there with the setup that we had and see if we can tweak on it. And I really want to get a win there. We've been chasing it so hard for the last couple of years that one would really be special. And then yeah, we got the ASA. I really want to try to get an ASA win this year. That's one of my biggest goals. That's something I've dreamt of since I was a little kid. You know, sweeping pit slabs for Chris and Jason running running in the tour. Um, so I mean that's cool. The red, white, and blue series is getting a little bit iffy because we have Chris and Jason run a state park all year, and it does conflict with that. But if we do replace that, I definitely want to replace it with probably weekly races at Kakana instead that fit in better. But we'll look at it as we go. We're definitely not taking any races out of the schedule. We might just move around which races we do.
Okay. And obviously we'll keep, and obviously you'll keep everything updated on that. But also here's another thing too. You're really getting out there like with the social media side of things. That's how have you seen improvement in that this year? Because it's to me, it's a difference from night and day.
Yeah, I appreciate you for noticing that. I think we really stepped up our game in that department. As opposed to last year, we're doing the motivational Monday quotes. We're
Nice.
spreading some of Alan Kowicki's, some of my favorite quotes of his. We've been putting posts together for that. That's to kind of keep Alan in everyone's minds. You know, that's what we're doing this all for. And then I've been doing a lot more race day posts. We've been making posts about the fundraisers. We've raised a lot of money on Venmo that way for these fundraisers. So that's social media has been a great tool for raising money for these organizations. And then I've also been I've only done one so far this year, but I want to do more posts about like spreading the history of Alan Kowicki and his ties to the his Wisconsin racing roots. Because Greg McCarnes, the who used to run the ASA series, runs Madison Speedway. He sent me a bunch of pictures of Alan back in the day racing Art Go at Madison, and then I started digging deeper into it, and like he won the second ever Slinger Nationals, and like it's just so cool that I'm racing at the tracks that he cut his teeth at before he went to NASCAR, and I really want to spread that because I think that will I think that'll kind of bring him back into people's minds in the area. You know, everyone always talks about the Joe Shear and the Dick Trickle, but Allen, he's right. He's right up there with them guys. He's an amazing part of Wisconsin's racing legacy. So I wanna spread that.
Absolutely. Um, but the other thing is like, it's and to be, I've asked this before, but to be back in here a second year, and obviously you're taking advantage of the second year that you have. And obviously we talked about all the big things that you're doing, but what does it kind of mean to just be in this once again?
Means everything. I mean, a second shot is something a lot of people don't get with a lot of different things in life. So I've really been looking at it differently. You know, I let it slip away last year. Not that I wasn't trying, but you know, we had a rough season. Things just didn't go our way. So this year we're twice as determined, and not just me, but the whole crew, my parents, everyone that supports us, twice as determined to upgrade every part of the package that makes a good KDDP finalist. We're gonna get everything we got this year, and do the best that we can. See where it gets us.
Absolutely. All right. And also, well, I forgot to ask you this: if anyone watching this wants to donate to any of these causes that you're supporting, where can they do that?
You can donate over Venmo, Levon Vandergeest. I think I've tagged that in some of the posts I've made on Facebook about the donations. Otherwise, at every race, we take donations throughout the day. If you can find me at the track, um, we always have the sticker around if you want to come. If anyone wants to come and sign it, $10 per race, and all of it goes to good causes. So yeah, it's a great cause.
All right. Before we go, where can people find you on social media?
Okay, on Instagram, you can find me at Levon_VDG. On Twitter, you can find me at Levon231. And on Facebook, you can find me either through Vandergeest Racing or on my personal page, Levon Vandergeest.
All right. All right, Levon, thanks for the time as always. Congrats on the win at Golden Sands, and best of luck this coming weekend at Slinger, and we'll look forward to having you on again.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.